everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Jameis Winston's Buccaneers going up against Newton's Panthers. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth. So we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, with a beautiful skyline towering just to the right of us, you get a look inside Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and you know, now more than ever, it's a passing league. We know that, and as Larry hit onto the open, we've got a couple of great passers squaring off here this afternoon.
And usually the discussion centers in on how they're going to compete against the opposite defense. But you and I had a nice little chat with one of these guys in this game, and they did say, look, I'm always competing against the opposite quarterback. If I play better than he does, I think my team has an advantage.
Makes the handshake afterwards a little sweeter, too. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. On the return, it's Ryan Smith. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now we see Jameis Winston bring out the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, Jameis in Week 7 was good against the Bills, 384 yards, season high. But that offense really struggled in Week 8, Charles. Now, he did have a throwing shoulder. He wasn't 100%.
No, he was not. Had a much better game against Buffalo when he did play with that injured shoulder, threw for 384. But in this one, 210 yards against Carolina, 2 interceptions, the fewest since he took over at quarterback in 2015 in terms of yardage. A lot of the problems they had in that game, they say, were self-inflicted. And after the game, his head coach Dirk Cutter did say he thought that Jameis re-injured his throwing shoulder.
First down, Winston. And his first look is incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And that'll bring up second down. And this offense can air it out, and when they do, you have to key on Mike Evans.
And we do think about his catch radius first and foremost. A tall, lean receiver, but he actually can make some agile plays as well.
On second down, Winston again. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. Third down. But we need to recognize Julius Peppers as we get a look at Carolina's starting defense. He picked up a sack in Week 8, moved him past Hall of Famer Chris Dolman for 4th most all-time. And how many was it?
151. Wow. How about that for a career? And I think he's playing some of his best ball in recent weeks. When he comes on the field in pass rush situations, that's a battle for an offense to try and keep him out of the backfield away from the quarterback. And he's been getting there, been getting home, as they like to say. And how about their defense overall? 3 points given up to Tampa Bay. And for the season, they've held 4 opponents without a touchdown, a franchise record.
On third down, Winston. And that will be incomplete as well.
And that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on third down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. Now the 6-year man from Cal, Brian Anger, on to kick. Back deep is Kalen Clay. This is taken at the 15. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Cam Newton brings out Carolina. They got the win, 17-3 over Tampa Bay last week, but the offense was really a struggle on both sides. Cam Newton only threw for 154 yards in that game.
Yeah, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. They've been sputtering lately on offense, has Carolina. But their defense jumped back up. They got Luke Kuechly. He came back and played, got an interception, and they really just throttled Tampa Bay's efforts to try and move the football.
And for whatever it's worth, those 154 yards, fewest passing yards for Cam Newton in a victory in more than 2 years. first carry for Jonathan Stewart. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively, here's a look at Carolina. And Christian McCaffrey, 49 catches already. We're only halfway through the season, but you said they were going to use him like this, right?
Yeah, not a surprise at all. And if Curtis Samuel was healthier throughout the season, they'd use him in a similar vein. But you can tell they're missing Greg Olsen, their tight end who broke his foot earlier in the season, because he was the go-to for Cam Newton. So Christian McCaffrey taking some of that pressure off and making some of the plays that really would go to Greg Olsen.
They keep it on the ground. Again to Stewart. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Here's Newton. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he'll be knocked down sideways. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And before they can run another play, the clock hits 000. And time is up on the first quarter. 0-0 our score. We're back to Uptown Charlotte after this timeout.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. They go play action here on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding offense.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time you had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
So now a 1st and 20. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
First and 15 here behind the chains. Out of the gun, Newton. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right? Your mind to beat guys to the football, and getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. To throw on second down is Newton. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
First down, Newton. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
All right, say it with me now. There are a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty?
Yep.
Wily? Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. Again, Newton. And the tight end, Dixon, left side. And down inside the 15 he goes. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So the offense has it 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. Completes it to Dixon. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Throwing again is Newton. Oh, it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down.
Well, congratulations, Mr. Lucky. You know that's one that he would love to have back. That should have been picked off. Threw that one into a crowd. He's just so fortunate the defender couldn't react fast enough and get his hands up. Newton throwing again. And he
floats one there, incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess, and it's 3rd and short.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Now Newton on 3rd and goal. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Russell Shepard as the first half is winding down. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Second and 5. Jameis to throw it. Airing this one out for Evans. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Final play of the half here, Winston. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Panthers want to continue to give their fans something to cheer about in the second half. The Buccaneers know it's always hard to come in and get a win on the road, but they're not out of this one yet. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Panthers come out on 3rd and 4. Funchess is wide open here on the catch, and he'll end up at their own 45-yard line before being tackled. Sticking with the same drive. Dixon's wide open, able to make the grab. And he ends up at the 14-yard line before he stopped on the play. Continuing on the drive, Newton's on point with the throw, and he capped off the long drive with a touchdown. Panthers up by a touchdown. That'll do it from here in Orlando. Let's get you up to North Carolina for the second half with Brandon and Charles. Gents.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
They start the third quarter on the ground with Stewart. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter, because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Cam's going to run the option right. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
In this case, I would love to be an offensive coordinator and draw up designed runs for Cam Newton.
Absolutely. And he can obviously throw it. He can pass. I mean, heck, 2015 first quarterback in NFL history. Over 30 touchdown passes and over 10 touchdown runs. He can do it all.
He's the ultimate weapon, isn't he?
Now a first down throw for Newton. Throw left side complete. That's Shepard. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
On second down, they run with Stewart. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. A shotgun snap for Newton. And this is going to be incomplete. A little too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. He's back to throw. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. He'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. Back to throw. He gets it to Humphreys. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on 3rd down. 5 defensive backs. They'll look to throw. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football. And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown? Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. He's got Evans. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the 1st down yardage there. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Winston. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that's going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now Winston. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
The Bucs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and a mile. Winston to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Charles Johnson in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. An unbelievable play there on 4th and long. 61 yards. And there's the spike. It stops the clock at 22 seconds remaining. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Winston. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And now a critical extra point attempt here. And we may very well be headed to overtime. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They start on the ground. This is Stewart on first. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. On first down, it's Newton. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Robert Ayers in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
They go play action with Stewart. Now Newton. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. The Panthers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Newton. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. They start the drive with Martin. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here in OT. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. They run again on first down. Martin. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaunt alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. So we've got a 2nd and 5. What can Winston do in the OT now? Right side caught by Jackson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. First down. Here's the run with Martin. And there goes Doug Martin. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL.